At last, I think I've got it working. So there's going to be a little bit delay from me recording to and the actual plays going ahead and the YouTube stream. But this is going to be the final of the online French Super Fantasy Brawl League. It was organised by Thagor, who's a very good player and a very successful tournament. I think they had 20 odd players playing in the league. Thagor himself is a very good player. He didn't get into the final. It's GLOIN versus Bwaaaane. And it's going to be really exciting to see this because I think that we're going to see some pretty high level play going on, which is really fantastic because, well, I was going to say we haven't seen that yet. We obviously did our little tournament a month ago, but I wouldn't really I would call that a casual play rather than a high level playing stakes game. But this is going to be really interesting to see. Thagor is actually going to be streaming it in French, so if you're French native speaking and you want to watch the stream, head over to Thagor's Twitch stream. Just look on the Discord channel for the link. Whereas I'll be commentating through with the English language. Now it's really exciting times. A lot of you will have your Super Fantasy Brawls already. I've been very jealous because I'm still waiting on mine. So I think it's going to be extremely exciting times and great to see matches being played live on Tabletopia to match those that some of us can't play in real world. So really looking forward to this. I can't wait to receive my copy. We've already seen a few unboxings. We've seen a lot of painted miniatures. Absolutely phenomenal jobs from people around the community. Some from actual painting studios, which is just top notch. And obviously on the updates and the lives that Leo's been doing, he's been showing about oh man, this is really bad. I've forgotten the name. But the tutorials for the French tutorials for the painting, they are absolutely amazing. And it's a really good tutorial because it goes through step by step. I wish it was in English in a way, or someone from the English community did a kind of live stream or a painting tutorial like Sarastro or something like that. Because what I tend to do is just have the painting tutorials on in the background while I'm painting. So I'm not focusing on the live stream or the YouTube video. But absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to paint those miniatures. I'm going to be trying a bit of contrast. So I really want to give contrast a go for the vibrant colours and just see how that kind of goes. But the miniatures might be a bit big, and they might be a little bit too big, and certainly the cloaks, the large areas that haven't got a lot of detail, they could have some pooling effects with the contrast paint. So I'm not sure. We'll give it a go and see how it goes. But I think a lot of people are interested to see how contrast paints match up on these miniatures. So that's going to be fun to do. We're coming to about 5 minutes to go. Please feel free to comment on the live stream on YouTube. We'll look at the comments, and I'm sure there'll be lots of people to answer questions as we go along. As we go through the Tabletopia match and the plays and the cards, please do ask questions. We'll have a few people on there. I'll be checking it up as well. If you've got any questions, because you might see things that you've done in your games that you might want a bit of clarification on from this live. Okay, it looks like we've got the board number, so I'm just going to get onto the game because we don't... as long as Tabletopia behaves itself for me, because I don't really want to miss the drafting section of the game. Okay, so I'm just logging on at the moment. Here we are, spectators. Good. So it looks like they're waiting on one of the players. So, if you want to chat on the YouTube channel, on the comments, just talk about if you have received the game. What's your favourite characters to play? We'll also do a little bit of a kind of a voiced poll about who we think's gonna, looking at when they've chosen their teams, who you think's gonna win out of Bwaaaane and GLOIN. It looks like it's T Tauex that might be the host. Who's GLOIN? We'll find out when we get on to SFB on Tabletopia. But we're just waiting at the moment for the host to sort that out. It's exciting times though. Obviously, we've got Super Fancy Brawl coming through now. As announced on the 20th of October, Darkest Dungeon is going to be released on Kickstarter, and that campaign will start. Very exciting times, and seeing the miniatures and the game. Now, I personally have never played Darkest Dungeon on the PC, on the computer. But I think I'm going to change that, because you can pick it up pretty cheap on Steam, I think. It's usually on deal pretty much all the time. And maybe give that a go, because I think that will give me a good premise of what that game might be and whether it's something I'm interested in. But yeah, it looks fantastic. I mean, in terms of visuals, it's certainly getting good praise. The people who have played the demos in the conventions have been very, very optimistic and very, very complimentary about it all. So yeah, I think it's going to be a successful campaign, and I think it'll be something that I definitely need to look into, as it were. But this is the game. This Super Fancy Brawl is the game that I've been waiting for quite a while now. In my personal game group, we've got another player who's just received their copy. So the plan was, before obviously lockdown and the fact that we couldn't meet up in groups, was to get a tournament going with the game group. And I'm sure a lot of you will be thinking of doing the same. So I cannot wait to get this on the table and get playing. Okay, can we get in? Let's have a little look. Not yet. And if you can hear stuff in the background, it's just the family. So bear with. Are there any questions about the final that's about to happen, about the game? Please just post them up onto the live chat, and we'll do the best to answer. The good thing will be this will be recorded, so you'll be able to watch this at any time for your own perusal, which will be quite nice as well, especially to maybe look at certain plays, and if they're a bit uber plays, to see how they came about, in case we forget. Okay, ready to play now? Yes. Sweet. Okay, I think we can get on. So don't worry, I'm gonna get rid of my mug, and bring up the game board when it loads. Also, if you're interested in playing the game, and you haven't backed it, and you really want to see what it's like, Tabletopia is completely free, and the SFB mod, so playing it on Tabletopia, is completely free. It's a great way to just give it a go, see how it plays. The Essen, which is coming up soon, there will be demos to play in Essen, so certainly get involved in that. It will come to retail. It's planned in retail at the start of 2021, so January. That is the hope, to be in retail. So that's going to be really good fun. Okay, we're just waiting. Ooh. And obviously we've got some extra characters, King Alistar and I forget the name of the other one, that are coming on release day 1. So even if you kickstarted, there's more to come very soon, which is really exciting. And like any of these arena battle games, it's going to change the rules up slightly as we go along, which is really, really exciting to see different plays, different combos of characters. So at the moment, I know there's been a lot of talk about Zhao and Kilgore. No, not Kilgore, sorry. Corvash being a really good duo, which they certainly are, and we may well see that happening in this game, although I think they'll know which ones to kind of ban in terms of the tournament draft. But it's going to be really exciting to see what the teams come up as, the final 3. Really looking forward to that. And then how they play against each other. So we're just logging into the Tabletopia at the moment. So yeah, if you're interested, Essen Spiel, the online version of that will be happening very soon. So pretty much around the same time, I believe, the same time as the Kickstarter launch for Darkest Dungeon. So really interesting to find out. Okay. Come on, computer. Don't fail me now. Ah, cool. Okay. Thagos just mentioned they do it slightly different. They do a custom draft where they have 2 teams of 5. Then each player bans one of those teams of 5. Then from that team of 5, they do the classic draft afterwards. So let's just... so that might be why my tabletop is not running it. Hold on. But that's a really interesting way of doing it. I quite like that. So effectively got 2 teams of 5. Nice. Right, they're just... Sounds like they're just going through that. Hopefully I don't miss the draft. Andrew's talking about Marius, his favourite, and he's hoping to see them in the team. I'm not confident we will, but you never know. You never know. It would be nice to see 2 different teams rather than very similar teams. Although that'll be quite interesting to see how 2 very similar teams play against each other. Certainly be linked to the skill of the players. Okay. Okay, so hopefully getting on now. So yeah, just waiting to get into the actual game itself. It's also worth shouting on Discord channel, just if you want to play a casual game on Tabletopia. There's sometimes people around, depends on your time zone, of course, but yeah, there's usually people around, happy to give games and teach the game and just have some fun playing Super Fancy Brawl. Okay, looks like I'm actually in, and they've got their... Brilliant. So let's bring up the game, hopefully. I hope this isn't too much for my computer. Come on. Okay, looks better. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, we're in. I think. Oh, something's happening. My computer, come on. Where have I gone? Oops. There we go. Right, okay. So it looks like we've got the 2 teams down here. So the teams that, whether they're still banning teams, I'm not sure. But if we have a little look down here, we can see that, okay, they've got to be a different characters, it looks like. So we got Corvash, Zhao, Solka, Nevermore, and Kilgore on one side. That's a very strong team. We've got Dugran, Goldar, Arquette, Taze, and Lorelei on the other team. Oh, 2 good, really good teams. I love them. They're cool. Are they the two teams? We'll find out eventually. Let me do a few camera angles to stop me just spinning around all the time. Oh, wow, that's loud. Let's turn that down. Okay, so Tabletopia is very much true to life in terms of what the all the card art, the board, everything's very similar. So it's a really good representation of the actual game, the final game, which is really nice to have online for free. Okay. Excellent. So it's just trying to have a look, see what. Oh, right. Right. Someone was. He's already banned one of their players. So we've got Goldar, Lorelei. Who did they ban from this team? Dugrin, I think. Was it Dugrin? I can't remember now. Goldar and Taze. So we got Lorelei, Goldar, and Taze versus Dugrin, Bwaaaane, and Kulel. Ooh. Awesome. So we haven't got any repeats in terms of characters, so it is literally 6 characters against each other. They're just setting their decks up at the moment to play the game. Each character has 6 cards with a mix of 2 of each of the cores, the blue, yellow, and red, manipulation, creation, and destruction. So they're just mixing up, shuffling their decks. They will choose that. They will be looking at the challenges on the challenge board next. So what just happened? Not really sure what happened there. Okay. So Tau XXX is GLOIN. Okay, just waiting to see what's happened there. Okay, not really sure what happened there. Let's see if Discord says. Maybe not. Okay, right. So at least 2 champions are leveled up and have 3 champions adjacent to the same statue. Are our 2 different objectives. Now the next question is which team is which? Oh, it looks like yes. Okay. So Bwaaaane is what we're looking at now. So that's the Lorelei, Goldar, and Taze, and then Bwaaaane has the Dugrin, Kulel, and Bwaaaane. Well, it's going to be interesting. We've got quite a heavy hitting team over this side. We've got a glass cannon, but we do have Dugrin with them, so that's quite a nice compromise. And Kulel as support. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. So if you want to put down. Okay, thanks, Andrew. If you want to start thinking who's going to win, is it going to be? Should we call it Team Taze and Team Dugrin? Team Taze and Team Dugrin. Which one do you think's? What's your money on to win this? So they've put their traps down. They're now doing mulligan. So with Bwaaaane, which is Taze's team, he's getting rid of intervention, which is the reaction card for Lorelei. We've also getting rid of Anchors Away for Goldar and Taze's card as well. So draw up to 5, mulliganed. Now GLOIN's doing the same. Getting rid of, it looks like some blue cores, so perhaps a bit of a blue hand there. Mighty Blow and a reaction from Kulel. Interesting. But I think the interesting part there is 2 blue cards. So that could have been a bad draw. It might have been, or it's just not in the. It's not going to feature in GLOIN's tactics. Right, here we go for deployment. So Taze, Lorelei, And just thinking about Goldar at the moment. Remember, 2 champions leveled up and 3 champions next to the same statue are the current challenges. Now with the challenge board, the amount of VPs will go up as the crowd get more and more excited in the heat of the battle. And then they'll start to lose interest. And as it moves along at the end of each round, after both players have activated and done their turns, it'll eventually just lose interest completely and it'll go off the board. So objective focus this game is certainly, I would say, certainly about objectives and making sure your opponents aren't getting those objectives. Of course, if you take out one of the opponent's characters, you're going to get 1 VP, and as soon as someone gets 5 VPs, they automatically win. There's going to be a best of 3, so we'll see how this goes. Best of 3. I think it was best of 3. Yep. Okay, so it looks like we've now deployed. So we've got nice spread action with Team Taze, Team Dugrin, clumped up together, ready to go down towards the red and blue areas, and we'll see how that goes. So we're going to start, and we've started already. So looks like we spent, here we go. So charges first, movement of 1, then a dash 3, and then it gains. So he moved over to, whoa, okay, this is fast. Right, okay, so he already done damage. I think that was 4 damage on GLOIN and Brawl. Okay, this is going fast. And then he did this damage to take GLOIN out. So it's 4 damage on his initial attack. Then he did a 2 damage, taking out GLOIN, and then moved Lorelei 1 and planned effectively. Okay, so planned 5 after that. Okay, moving over to Bwaane's first turn. So that was that's Taze. That's what Taze does best. Very, very fast. Very, very quick in terms of destroying those. And now Taze is up front and center. It's a really nice play. Okay, let's see what we're going. Scout ahead. So Kalel's doing this, which is draw 3, plan 3. But movement of 2 first. So how's Bwaaaane going to tackle this? Yeah, possibly a risky deployment. We'll see though. I mean, having Taze up in front and center with a trap kind of blocking the way has worked out quite well. And a really nice Taze first turn. Is he moving Kalel? I'm not sure. And you can kind of see the skill level because that was very quick by GLOIN. That was card, damage, take out, VP, turnover. So that's by the way, that is Taze now leveled up. Has he leveled up his card? Oh, hang on a second. Wait a second. I think I got that wrong. He's leveled up Lorelei. Did I miss something there? I missed something there. He did Nature's Wrath. Sorry. Right, okay. So, Taze took GLOIN down to 2 health, I believe, and then Nature's Wrath took her out. Therefore, leveling up. Oh, so good. Leveling up Lorelei, and that is so massive. Draw 2 additional cards in upkeep phase. So, rather than 5, he's now drawing 7. Wow. What a play. Lorelei has not moved. So, GLOIN's coming on now. And GLOIN has, am I getting this right? Yep, GLOIN has drawn and plan. Okay, so Dugrin is moving. Or not. Okay, so he did a standard red action of move 1 and 1 unblockable to Taze. Dugrin is moving with the blue. Yeah. So Dugrin's doing a shield slam. So a move of 1, dash 2. Each adjacent enemy suffers a push 1. Okay. Maybe to get oh wow. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, that's really unfortunate to have the jump 4 but not be able to use it because it doesn't have the green boot symbol. So Gawain, you couldn't get Gawain out onto the board and then jump 4. That's not how that one works. Okay, so that is the first turn. Let's go and have a look at the challenge board and see what's come up. I have 2 more champions adjacent to Rygal's statue, which is the yellow one. So obviously these are now worth more points. So we'll see how that one goes. So we're back over to Bwaaaane. Just having a look at the discard pile. That you'll certainly notice that with the more advanced players, they will know what their opponent's decks are and the cards that are in them. So they're going to be constantly looking at the discard pile. If you're wondering why they're giving out their discard piles like so, it's so that you can easily see what cards are out there. So we've got Kalel, Dugran, and Gawain. So it makes it easy for your opponent to see the cards you've got in your discard pile. Obviously, if you just put it as one pile, you wouldn't be able to do that. But it is open information, so I like the fact they do that. And you can see Bwaane's done exactly the same thing. Okay. So, Bwaaaane, turn 2. He'll have a lot of cards. He's got 7 cards in hand to choose. And he didn't do a reaction from last time. GLOIN just needs to refresh his cores on his board. I'm sure he'll do that in a second. Okay, so it looks like Goldar's Mihatis. Really, really nice card. It boosts his allies. So he moves 2, and then +1, +1, +1 damage, +1 movement for all allies. So he's moved Goldar up. So that was yellow core. Next. That was a real monster first turn for Team Taze. But it can swing. This game, if anything about this game, it can swing. I've always thought, well, in discussions with other players, we always think that once you get to 3 VPs, it's pretty much coming towards the kind of end turns. Once you get 3 VPs, you want to be starting to... Oh, something... What's happening? I think they've discovered something. Hang on a minute. I can't see how many cards are in that deck. Maybe the GLOIN's forgotten some cards? Maybe? I don't know. Something's not quite right. So while they're doing that, let's just go through that first turn. So Team Taze, their characters were spread among the deployment zone. He started with using charge, which was move 1, then dash 3, and gain +1 damage to each hex dashed. He managed to dash 3 of them, so it's +3, doing a 4 damage attack onto Gawain. Oh, hang on, he's going now. Onto Gawain, taking her down to 2 health, and then it was Nature's Wrath, which was used next, which was ranged, so moved Lorelei into range, and then attacked for 3 damage. There were no reactions played from GLOIN, and that took out Gawain, leveling up Lorelei, which is so strong. Anyway, he's now just used standard actions to basically maneuver his other characters, and what Bwaane's looking at now is 3 champions adjacent to the same statue, which will be worth 2 at the start of his next round. And it's at the start of your round that you score your challenges. Now he's got all of his cards to discard and then to draw back up. Again, Bwaaaane will be drawing up to 7 because of Lorelei's leveling up ability. So good. So this is his discard. So he had a number of reactions in there to start with. So, yeah, some fantastic reactions. Oh, okay. Oh, right, has that gone in? It looks like that might have gone in. And he's drawn 7. Fantastic. Okay, so we're over to GLOIN, or Team Dugran. Let's see what he can do in reaction. So he needs to stop one of these characters from being next to the statue if he possibly can. Dugran is good at displacing characters. Obviously, now they're all clumped together. If he can get GLOIN out onto the board, she has some very strong attacks, which could possibly damage more than one. But we're talking about people with, apart from Lorelei, with only 4 health but 2 armor. We're talking about 9 health and 8 health for Goldar, and Goldar has 1 defense as well. So it's not gonna be easy if he's planning on taking them out to stop score. Okay, so he's figuring out his best play. Now unfortunately Shield Slam's gone. I think Mighty Blow also had push. So unfortunately with the cards down here, it looks like we've got a couple of cards, certainly blue core cards, that were needed to displace. Okay, we've moved Dugran. I think we just moved Dugran 1. And is that a plan action? I'm not sure. Okay, hang on. No, it was a card. So knockdown. Okay. Okay. This could work. Move 2, attack adjacent for 2, and then afterwards his allies gain +2 damage on that target until the end. And then poison dart, which is going to be 4 with poison 1, with Kal-El. So it looks like Taze took the 2 damage from Dugran, and now he's attacking Taze again for 4 damage with poison 1. So we'll see if we see a reaction. Have we got reaction? So 4 will take him to 7. The poison 1 will do another damage. So that'll take him to... You still have 1 health left with a blue core, I think. So 6, 8. Yep. So he's still got 1 health left. Oh, hold on. Oh, how unfortunate. He unfortunately didn't manage to do enough damage. I'm not sure. Oh, the blue was to move Dugran 1 and plan 1. That's what happened. So what happened there? We got control of the destruction area is the new one. Bwaaaane, or Team Taze, they scored the 2 VPs for 2 characters adjacent. All 3 characters adjacent to the same statue. So a very nice play by Bwaaaane and Team Taze. Unfortunately, 1 damage short for GLOIN there. GLOIN there. Hang on, I know what I haven't been doing. I haven't been updating the scores, so sorry about that. That's terrible. So it's now 3. 3 now. Awesome. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, knowing Team Taze and Bwaaaane, he's probably done his turn already while I was just doing that. He seems like a very fast player. Now, Taze is on 1 health, so it'll be interesting to see how this is all going to work. Plunder's going first, moving 2, attacking adjacent by 2 damage, and then afterwards, draw 1 for each damage dealt. He's going for Kal-El, 1 would presume, and there goes the reaction from GLOIN. Arcane Shield. It is GLOIN's, but again, reactions can be played on any of the characters. +1 defense. If the attacker is not adjacent to the target, gains +2, he is. So it's going to be a +1, I presume, on Kal-El. So she's going to take a damage, which she does. And then Bwaaaane will draw 1 to get some more options. That's the yellow core finished. So that's the 3. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, not impossible for GLOIN now to kind of come back. But once the character's on 3, it's going to be quite quick to get to those 5. It's going to be hard for GLOIN to keep from keeping Bwaaaane from scoring. But with TaZe with only 1 health left, at least there's that for next turn. That'll be good. But hang on, we've still got 2 actions left with Team TaZe. The first one's going to be Clairvoyance, which is move 3 with Lorelei, draw 1 and plan 5. So you can really plan your turn ahead. She's a real awesome support character for all things like that. Healing and drawing cards, planning cards. Obviously when she's leveled up, she gives you so many options. So he's moving her back away, it seems. I think he's very much aware that TaZe is probably getting taken out at the in the next turn. And let's see what he uses for red. There's some very strong red cards. I think he's just finishing off his planning. Yes, he is. So he's just doing his plan 5. It's plan up to 5, by the way. You don't have to plan all 5 cards. Planning is really important mechanic in this game, where you place cards from your hand on top of your draw deck. He's got a really nice combo going on, a really good kind of engine almost, where Lorelei's giving him effectively 7 cards to draw from at the start, and then he's very likely to draw some good Lorelei cards to plan many cards. So a really nice engine mechanic going on here for Bwaaaane. It's just deciding, I guess, what to do with his red core. Now, because of this reaction, when you do play a reaction against an attack, you've got to exhaust your core, which means you will not have that core on your turn. So GLOIN now is down to 2 cores for his next turn. So he's slightly hampered. That was Team Dugran, by the way. Hang on, we've got a red card. It looks like Goldar. I do love Goldar. Harpoon Strike. Move 2, range 2 to 3, 1 damage with a pole 2. So he moves over towards the enemy deployment area. I think he's going for Lorelei. I could be wrong. To pull 2. So this is going to do effectively 3 damage, which is 1 damage from the actual attack, and then pull 2 into Goldar will be another 2 damage. Unless he's gone for Dugran. I'm not sure which one he's gone for. Oh, he's gone for Dugran. Okay, fair enough. So that'll be 1 damage to Dugran, because the armor will soak the damage, and then he'll move 1 and then 2 to thing. I think he's probably trying to get Dugran away from TaZe, just to give TaZe a possible chance of surviving. Okay, so we're over to GLOIN and Team Dugran to try and take TaZe out. That's what we're all hoping for. To get on the scoreboard, get someone leveled up. He's got to make the decision of who he wants leveled up, and we'll soon find out which one he does choose. They do choose to do that with. And we got quite a few cards. We got a lot of Goldar cards that have been used and discarded. So there's only 2 of those left, which is the blue and yellow. And again, once you get to know the card, I don't know them off by heart, but once you do get to know, I love that card, Grasping Vines. Once you get to know the cards, you'll look at those and say, oh, right, the other yellow card is this and the other blue card is this. So you know, kind of, I mean, obviously there's cards on the draw deck, but you'll kind of have an idea of exactly what cards your opponent has, especially for reactions. Right, one of Gawaine's strong attacks. She's got 3 of them. So she gets to move 1, and then range 3 to 5 in a straight line with no obstructions, 3 damage, and a push 1. So she's gone for Goldar. Okay, cool. So they pushed 1. Hold on. That was reacted. Momentum, which is a +1 defense, and so he can take 1 damage, and then he gets to dash 1. Really nice to move into objectives in the opponent's turn is massive. This is a fantastic card from TaZe, because this dash 1 means you can move outside of your turn. Massive. There are some other reactions that do that. Wrath. I know Wrath does that. Obviously, a few others do as well. But it's really nice. Really nice if you can get movement, especially into objectives. He's now actually blocked the way from Dugrin and Kalel to get into the red zone to stop the 1VP that Bwaaaane will get. And with Goldar only getting 1 damage. So all he has left now is a blue core. So red cores are really good for attack, but that is gone. Fireball's down here, by the way, the other really powerful attack. So the problem is now, will he be able to... Right, okay. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's really tough because he needs to occupy the red area, he's thinking, or he's gifting 1VP over to Bwaaaane. Yeah, I think he really wants to take out Taze as well. Because Taze could potentially, if we have a look at the cards in the discard pile for Bwaaaane, no Taze cards. He's very likely to have many Taze cards to play. I mean, one of them was the reaction that he played, obviously. But in terms of attack cards, he's got those to use. So this is a big choice. It's a big choice. I mean, if he can move and attack, that would be the best of both worlds. But it looks like he's taking Dugrin over to the destruction area to enable them to share control and not gift Bwaaaane another VP. Unfortunately, Taze was not taken out, so no VPs yet. So we got a lot of cards in discard. In fact, this is going to be most of them forming a new draw deck. Ooh. And they will move the track on in a minute, and we'll see what you just keep moving them all to the right. Okay, even if there's a gap, you don't fill that gap up. Control the enemy deployment area. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Goldar possibly closest. Dugrin not far off, only 2 away. Yeah, that could work. So let's see what Bwaaaane and Team Taze can do this round. Taze is still on the board. That's pretty massive. Oh, hang on, wait. What's happening? Oh, right, that's reaction from before. And there goes Taze. He's moving 1, attacking for 1, can dash 3, and each hex dash through gains +1. So from here, he's able. He didn't move, I don't think. He just dashed 3, doing a 4 damage attack against Kulel. One would presume, because that's the only one that's available. So, has he got the Taze cards to take out Kulel? Hang on, we've got a reaction. Blinding Dart, +1, and he suffers stun. So he's still going to take 3 damage on Kulel. However, he has to get rid of a Taze card, which is strong. Because ultimately, Taze is the big problem. So he gets rid of Bludgeon. Does he have another Taze card? I mean, there's still 3 somewhere in either his draw deck or his hand. So let's see. Let's see how we go with this. This could be massive. Or is he going to think about objectives? Because if we have a look, the crowd are bored about trying to get 2 champions leveled up, so that ain't going to happen. So he can forget that particular objective. Okay, have we got something? Yeah, we have. Here comes the red core. Finishing blow. Oh dear. Move 1. Very good. I mean, if we have a look at this. Move 1, dash 2. He's just moving across. 3 damage onto Kalel. Oh, no, he's not. Is he not? Is he doing this? It will not take out Kalel. Ah, he's gone for Bwaaaane. He wants to occupy the enemy deployment zone because that's one of the objectives. And he wants to put pressure on that. So a really, really nice move again. Going for 3 damage. There's no defense and no reaction. So 3 damage on Bwaaaane. And that is Bwaaane's turn done. Again, he's going to be drawing up 7 cards. It's absolutely massive advantage being able to do that. But let's see how we go. So, come on, GLOIN. Taze still only has 1 health. Hopefully, we'll see the end of Taze just so we can we can see a bit of a bit of a comeback going along. Now we still got the red area, so he still has to be he still has to think about that. But now we've got the enemy deployment zone where Gawain's the only player there. Fortunately, he's still got Gawain there, so Bwaaaane doesn't score the point. Not that he would anyway, because that is unscorable at the moment. Yeah, Andrew said, oh, I've just seen this. Andrew said at when it was GLOIN's last turn, he should have just spent the red core to move one and just get rid of Taze. Probably would have been a sensible idea. Because you level up and you get a VP and you take Taze off the board. Anyway, Gawain has taken out Taze with just a standard red action. Very sensible play. Guaranteed damage, guaranteed death. Gawain's leveled up. She's really nice leveled up. It increases her range down by 1 on the lower end and up by 1 on the higher end. So really strong. She's used the yellow core to move 1 and heal 1. Just to give her a little bit of longevity. And that's it. Because he played the blue core on his reaction, he didn't get that come through. Right. We'll move these along. So we've got 2 more champions adjacent to Rigel, remember. Control the destruction area. Now they're both worth 2. Control the enemy deployment area and control the creation area is going to be the next one scoring. So we're really looking at... I'm not really sure what's going on with those cards, but never mind. So really looking at the yellow and the red areas in terms of where the action is going to happen. It's been a bit disappointing. We've not seen a trap triggered, but nature of the game. It's now. Oh, I need to change. Bear with me. So let's change the score. So it's now 3-1 to Bwaaaane. And what's next? He's got a lovely 7-card hand. I can't tell you how much of an advantage that is. And 3 fresh cores. That's pretty big. Oh, GLOIN has got 3 readied cores, by the way. He's just not refreshed them. Right, Goldar, move 2, draw 1, and then boost in your allies, +1/+1. You can see the strength of this team. It's really coming through now. So Lorelei's moving. Did she just move 3? Is this the plan? Is this Nature's Wrath? Oh, it's Nature's Wrath. So I think he used the core to move her first, and then used this to attack Gawain, which is going to be 4 damage, and as you just seen, takes out Gawain. She's already leveled up. I suppose that's a kind of silver lining, I guess. But now it's going to be 4-1, and it's looking very daunting for Team Dugran. Going to have to pull a lot of stops out now to try and get this back. And obviously now Lorelei is holding the yellow area. So really, really nice play from Bwaaaane. Kind of like getting a few different objectives in play, making GLOIN really have to work for his money, or their money. I keep saying his. I don't actually know if this is a him. So apologies about that. Okay. Unfortunately, only 1 damage against their opponent, which is Goldar on 1 damage. So it's going to be really, really tough. But we'll see what happens. Fireball, Chain Lightning are both in the discard. So we know that Gawain's not going to be coming out hitting really, really strong. Her cards are down on the table. It's going to be tough. Very, very tough. He's going to have to displace Lorelei if he doesn't, or occupy the yellow zone, the creation zone, I want to say. Yeah. To be able to stop him scoring the final VP to win this game. But you should never give up. There's always a way. There is always a way. taking out Lorelei now would be ideal. Stopping that 7-card draw and getting another VP, but I mean she's got 2 defense. That's the big issue, and I don't believe any of the characters have got an ignore defense ability. Okay, double jump. Jump 3 to start with, attack adjacent 2 damage, and then jump 3 afterwards. So I think he's just used that just to jump, or they've used it just to jump. Jump into the red zone to take that area, but really need to displace Lorelei, or it is a win. I think he's still got 2 core. I think they've still got the red and the blue core. I don't think they didn't use a reaction last turn during Bwaane's turn, so I think they've got the 2 cores still ready. Oh, hang on, something's happening. Oh, there's a reaction. There's a reaction. Intimidation. +1 defense, and the attacker suffers fear 2. So he's got to move him 2 away in a straight line. It can either go up, down, or back into the trap. Or what? Ah, right, cool. So then he used the jump 3 ability afterwards to jump over to the yellow zone. He has got the push. You don't want to push her into red zone though. So move 1, attack all around. Is he really going to do this? That would be... No. You're better off doing the move. Oh, hang on. What's going on? I'm a bit confused what's just gone on. Each enemy suffers... Right, okay. So did... not sure. Not 100% sure what went on there. Did the mighty jump get used? Anyway, Goldar basically pushed... sorry, not Goldar. Dugrin pushed Goldar off the red zone. So he's still in the game. We now have 2 more adjacent to Esme's statue. And these things are starting to move along. So he doesn't score. Hasn't won yet. But Taze has just gone. Where's Taze's card? Move 1, dash 3. Gains 1 for each dash. Reaction is being called on Kalal, which is +1. Unfortunately, it is adjacent. So she's going to take that 3 damage. So it's 4 minus 1 is 3 damage. She has 1 health left with a red core. So that's it. Spends the red. Takes out the Lorelei. And Taze wins. Team Taze's game. So that's a 5-1 win. Good game from Bwaaaane. Nice. Right, are they going to restart the board or? Now, what I don't know is if they are going to change teams between games. I wouldn't have thought so. That doesn't sound likely. What is it? Bonjour. Oh. I was about to write a good game in French, but oh dear. So yeah, that was right from the get-go. That was brutal. Taking Taze right down to the opponent's turn, and then taking out a character straight off the bat. That was a massive statement straight from the get-go. Let's see if GLOIN can redeem himself and try and get a game back in game 2 of the French final. So was that the expected result? Andrew certainly called it. We'll see how it goes for the next one. Oh, that's good. Bad connection is always a good start. So a really nice first game. We saw a lot of damage potential going on there. Certainly with the Team Taze, they certainly outputted the damage. But the move of the game really was Lorelei leveling up. The fact he used Lorelei's Nature's Wrath to take out the first character, I think it was Kalel, basically enabled her to level up, and that's a massive boon for that player. To draw 7 cards instead of 5 at the start of a turn gives you so much more options, and really makes it a hard job for the opponent. He did try to come back a little bit, GLOIN, but was always on the back foot. So it'd be interesting to see how he plays it through. Now he's seen how Bwaaaane plays. I'm sure he's seen him play before through the league. But it's going to be really exciting to see how game 2 goes. I really hope that we get a bit of a swing. Excuse me, from that. So how are we going? We're still loading up. It's Ash. Ash. You got to know Ash's sense of humor. Rag on him. It's a good game though. It's a good game. It was pretty brutal. I've got to be honest for that first game of the match. And we'll see how the second game goes. Wow, am I still loading? Let's go in and hopefully see how we go. Awesome. Oh, hang on. I think they've changed teams. Awesome. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So instead of sticking with the same team, we've changed teams. So now Bwaane's going with Dugran, Lorelei, and it would have been interesting to see what the I could be wrong here, but I think what happened is they bring 2 teams. Yeah, they bring 2 sets of 5, 2 teams to the match. Then they play. Each player blands one for the first game, and then they choose what they do the normal tournament draft, and then after that they bring on their other team and do it again. So now we've got Dugran, Lorelei, and Arquette for. Oh, this is going to be awesome. We're going to see some different teams. GLOIN's isn't that much different. We got Dugran, Bwaaaane again, but now this time Kilgore. A lot more damage production compared to Kalel, so that'll be interesting to see. We've got control the enemy deployment zone and have 3 champions adjacent to the same statue again. So they are going to be the challenges that the crowd, us, are going to hope for. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the oh, okay. Sorry. I got it wrong. So no, that doesn't make sense. Andrew was just saying that it's the same except for Taze was banned, but that's not true because where's Goldar? And then, that could be true. Goldar. Oh, okay. That's why it's a different team. Fair enough. So it looks like Taze was banned, and then instead of Goldar, Arquette was brought in, and Dugran. Okay. Okay, so it wasn't what I just said. So it wasn't the banned team of 5. It was literally the same team of 5, just a different selection for Bwaaaane. It's still a very strong team. I think it's a little bit more even. I think the problem with GLOIN's team last time is he had Dugran, which is great, but then having Bwaaaane and Lorelei they're not strong. They're not super strong. They're quite squidgy. Yeah, of course, Bwaaaane can output damage like anything, but she's very much a easy character to take out. So I think having now Kilgore as a little bit more of a tank and certainly a damage output is going to really help the team. So I think that's a good choice. Be interested to see what was banned. I don't know who was banned from the other one. Okay, so they're just mulliganing. So it looks like a couple of red Dugran cards for Bwaaaane. First player, I presume, is going to be GLOIN. I can't call it Team Dugran anymore because they've both got Dugran. Are they going to denote which Dugran's which? Somehow. Saying Bwaaaane and GLOIN sounds like something from The Hobbit, but which is quite cool. Oh, and is he getting rid of a red? Wow, he must have drawn a lot of red cards. And that can happen in this game. If you can get bad draws where you get kind of like monocolor, so all your cards are just one color, and that really does hamper you for that turn. It is something that happens in the game, but hopefully with the plays that you have, I mean, Lorelei will help against that because of the planning action that she can do. But yeah, it certainly can hamper you, and that could well have happened with GLOIN in the last game. Okay, so it is first player is GLOIN. So he's putting his characters out onto the board. So remember, control the enemy's deployment zone is the first challenge, and then have 3 champions adjacent to the same statue is the upcoming challenge. Thank you, Andrew. Kalel was banned. He thinks Kalel was banned. Okay, fair enough. I think that might give him the advantage, to be honest. I really do think Kilgore will be a better choice in this team, but maybe I'll be proved wrong. Okay, up come Bwaane's team. Looks like we're getting a bit of a head to the left-hand side of the board. We've got a bit of change of the trap deployment here. This looks like a Bwaane tactic. Spread out deployment and then use your cards to change how that goes. So Dugran, it makes sense. Put Dugran on the reachable character because he has the most defense. That kind of does make sense. And have Lorelei up central is quite a good plan as well, I think. Okay, I think we're ready to go for game 2. And Dugran starts off just moving 2. Not sure which core that was used for. The red core, okay. Was it a card or just a standard action to move 2? It looks like it was a standard action to move 2. Ah, right, so we're doing a throw. So moving 2, and then the big orc is going to lob Dugran over to the... Where's he going? Is he going red or yellow? He's going to yellow. So maybe thinking of taking the same statue with his 3 characters. Okay, I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, definitely spreading out against a Gawain first turn fireball lightning strike is always a good thing. And I'm not sure what the yellow core was used for. Oh, Fury? Maybe? No. So Goldar moved 2 with the red. Then he... Oh, sorry, Dugran. And then... right, he moved Kilgore up 1 space. Cool. Okay. Yeah, you got to watch Gawain's first turn lightning strike fireball action. If you've got your characters clumped up, that can do a lot of damage. It's similar to Tzal's bloodying. I forgot what it's called. Jade, Flash of Jade, I think it's called, where he bloodies everyone. Right, okay. Arquette's moved up to the red zone using, is it a swoop action? Probably. Where's the cards gone? Woo. I'm just moving 3. Dugran's moved 1. So perhaps a plan action was taken. That moved too fast for me. Sorry about that. Has he used all of his cores? I guess so. Cool. Okay, next one's control the creation area. Ooh, that's kind of lend its hand to GLOIN. If he can get his 3 characters adjacent to that statue and take that yellow area. I mean, oh, Dugran got hit. Dugran got hit for 3. How did he get hit for 3? Okay, I should have looked. No. No. Was it Dugran? It must have been Dugran. Dash 2. Each suffers push 1. Sorry, I missed that. I don't know why he got 3 damage. Was it a trap? Did anyone in the chat see something that went on? I've got absolutely no idea how Dugrin got 3 damage. 3 damage. Arquette's attack gained +1. Was it Arquette that attacked then? It must have been Arquette that attacked. +1. No. No idea. L'Oreal's red. Lorelai's red. Where is Lorelai's red? Oh, it was Nature's Wrath. Okay, that would kind of make sense. I just can't see a card. Okay. Anyway. Well, that happened anyway. That makes sense. Thanks, Ash. Okay, Dugrin's moving. Or is he? Yeah, although that's a long way away from Dugrin. Yeah, no idea. No idea. Right, Kilgore's going. He is moving 1. Is that a standard action red? Move 1 and pound for 1? Oh no, it's his character. Not sure. Not sure. He hasn't flipped one of his cores, so I'm not sure how he moved Kilgore or why he moved Kilgore. Yeah, sorry, Ash. Nature's Wrath's not there. Hang on, I'll show you the cards. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how he got through 3 damage. I'm sure. So we had Inner Fire first, which moves, return it from discard and gains +1. But from the Ashes, it won't be that. He discarded that, I'm sure, to then 2 damage, but that's not 3 damage. Don't know. Sorry, let's get back to the action. Okay, we reset. What is going on? Okay, so Dugrin is right. Yellow core to heal 1, move 1 and heal 1. We've got the red card coming up. Relentless Advance, move 1. In a distance of 2, force 1 and place Kilgore in the original hex. So he's forcing Dugrin onto the trap, causing 2 unblockable damage. And then Kilgore takes the space. A push will be good here. But with only a blue core, I don't think he'll have one. Could be wrong. Is Shield Slam blue? Yeah, that would be 2-3, right? I'm sorry. I'm just still perplexed by how he managed to get 3 damage on Dugrin. There wasn't a trap there either. Was there? No, there was no trap there either. I have no idea. Right, the trap's been put on from Dugrin as he initiated the trap. And he still has a blue core. Okay. Move 1, plan 1 with Dugrin. Taking him out of the yellow zone. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So Dugrin for this GLOIN has moved back towards his deployment area, and GLOIN has planned 1, and we move back over to Bwaaaane for his 2nd turn. Okay, so he's still got a fair amount of health on Dugrin. Kilgore is very close to a trap. going to be interesting. What's he going to try and do? Unfortunately, GLOIN's left the yellow creation zone empty now. So that is free to occupy. But do you want to be close to Dugrin? That's another question. I think he's used most of Dugrin. Oh, no, he hasn't. Right. So GLOIN certainly has a fair amount of Dugrin cards. He hasn't got his reaction. In fact, let's go and have a little look at the discard pile and see if we've got any other reactions in play. Nope. So still has the reaction card for Gawain and Kilgore as potentially in his hand. So that's what Bwaane's thinking about now, I'm sure. Now I've got to keep my eye on the ball here because he plays very quick, or they play very quick. Okay, we got a yellow card. Knockdown. Oh, this could be brutal. Is it Kilgore he's going for? Move 2, attack, adjacent, and then +2 until the end of the turn. Now Kilgore does have innate 1 defense. Oh, sorry, innate 1 defense. So that's only going to do 1 damage, but now +2 against attacks against that character. So probably Arquette going in here for an attack, I'd imagine. Obviously, unless a Lorelei didn't use Nature's Wrath. Oh, she did. Oh, wow. Okay, this is massive. Move 1, attack for 3, +2. That's going to be a 5 damage attack straight in. Wow. So that's 6 damage onto Kilgore. He's only got 2 left. Can he finish him off with his blue core? That'll be big. That doesn't make sense. It can't have been Nature's Wrath because he just played Nature's Wrath. Unless he's got 2 Nature's Wraths in the deck, which would be cheating. I don't know. I don't know. I'll ask Thagor in the chat now how he managed to do 3 damage on take. Because I really don't know. How did Bwaaaane? See if it's up. Sorry. So it was blue, just move 1 and plan 1, I think. Looks like it. Awesome. Tom, read my message. Ah, yeah. No, good call. Good call, Ash. That's right. Use Nature's Wrath, then used from the ashes to grab that back to his hand. Well played. Yeah, of course it is. And then, yeah, that makes sense. Use Nature's Wrath. Right, okay. Thanks, Ash. So he did use Nature's Wrath, then he brought it back to his hand. Now he's just used Nature's Wrath again. Really nice. Right, have a champion adjacent to each statue. So control enemy deployment area, have 3 adjacent to the same statue, control the creation area, and now have a champion adjacent to each statue. Okay. Well, that's a brutal play against Dugrin. Lorelai's Nature's Wrath, of course, is very strong. We know that. But doing it twice, wow. What's going on here? Okay, so looks like Kilgore's having a go at something. Yeah, Ash, keep going. It's hard to see when, because this Bwaaaane is a fast player. Obviously knows how to play the game really well. So I didn't see that Nature's Wrath being played. It pretty much got immediately put back into his hand. That's why I didn't see it. Doing the 3 damage on. Oh, we got blue core, and we got yellow core first of all. Is that right? Was that a blue to move one and plan one? Right, I'm presuming he's doing this on Arquette anyway. So he's going for... you might have just flipped the blue core instead of the yellow core. So it's Appetite for Destruction. If it is that case, then it's going to be a 5 damage attack onto Arquette. I presume that's the play. This Bwaaaane is a very fast player. So it looks like Thagor missed that one as well. And by the time I looked, Duggan was so far away from Lorelai, it didn't seem like that was possible. Anyway, 5 damage attack onto Arquette. Is that happening, or is that what's happening? I'm not really sure. Well, actually, the blue's been... Okay, I don't know what's kind of going on. So Kilgore's done some life steal. That's definitely true. I think it was only 3 damage, though, because I think he used the blue core to move one, plan one, so that he can actually use the yellow core to attack. I think that's what happened. And then he's used the red core to move 2. Yeah. So what I believe happened there was the blue core was used to move Kilgore 1 and plan 1. Then he used his attack Appetite for Destruction for 3 damage because he had only 1 standard core remaining. So 3 damage. Arquette had 1 defense, so he takes 2 damage, and then he spent 2 the other core to move Duggan 2 into the yellow zone. Okay, well, he's kind of showing his hand here, is all GLOIN, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 1. Well, there's still looks like a card in his draw deck, but all but the reaction card for Kilgore, so he knows that. You've got the yellow cards from 1 blue card from Duggan, and then a red and yellow, which aren't Chain Lightning or Flame Spear. So Fireball definitely in his hand as well. So again, I'm sure Bwaaaane will know what cards are available. Okay, so see what happens. Okay, so we're looking at Winding Paths. So move 2, attack a target within 2 in a direct line for 2 damage, and then swap it with another enemy character. Is this where we're going to see GLOIN come up and get a little bit pummeled? Let's have a little look. I think he's just looking at the objectives to decide what to do. Okay, so moving down to the deployment area, still has Kilgore in sight. So I think he's going to go for 2 damage on Kilgore. Hang on, we got reaction. The reaction of the defender gets played before the reaction, the effect before the attacker. So +1 means that no damage, and then Oh, right. And then he gets +2 until the end of the turn anyway. So Kilgore is still going to... The effect of Winding Path is still going to happen. And yeah, I thought so. The Glass Cannon, GLOIN, is coming up. He knows Fireball's not... Fireball's a possible option for GLOIN. So is he going to try and 2-core take out GLOIN? I'm sure he will try. Let's have a look. Blizzards first. 2 damage. If it's dealt, 1 to each other enemy, which is always a nice splash damage. So there goes the 2 damage onto GLOIN, and 1 damage on each of Kilgore and Dugrin. So Dugrin's down to half health. 1 blue core left to play, which it looks like it's a move 1 and plan 1 to stop that controlling of the creation zone, to stop scoring to the other player. Nice. Let's have a look at the track and see what we get next. Two more champions in trap hexes. Okay, let's have a little look at the board. We currently have GLOIN in a trap hex, and that's it at the moment. There is another 3 trap hex over here, so there's a possibility that could be happening. Okay, I'm going to try and not miss the cards as they play. So I think Fireball is going to be available. Look at that, the 2 Dugrins together on the creation zone. And not a VP scored yet. So certainly a closer game this time, which is really nice to see. Kilgore's got 2 health left, so he's the one in danger at the moment. Dugrin down to half health. He's bloodied. And Andrew will be wishing he had Marius here. One of them would have Marius running into traps, getting bloodied, and trying to do his ultra damage. Okay. Dash 2, each adjacent enemy suffers push 1, and he gets to move 1 first. So is this going to be a pushing out the creation zone? Is that what's happening? Oh, hang on. Whoop. Do you take that back? A bit confused. So he only has a blue and a yellow to play. He uses red caught on a reaction card. Now, obviously, this is why this is why Corvash is so strong. It's because bloodied characters tends to happen a lot, and he is so strong against bloodied characters. That's characters that are half health rounded down. Yeah, we'll see. Let's just have a little look at the challenge board. Adjacent to each statue, same statue, trap hexes. Okay. They're both doing exceptionally well, just stopping the other from scoring objectives. That is really the kind of play you want to be doing. What's Dugrin doing? I think what he wanted to do was push Dugrin into a trap. I think that was what his plan was to do, but obviously Dugrin would have to go into his own trap to be able to do that. Okay, so he's moving 1. Right, so he's doing that to push the enemy Dugrin out of the creation zone. Has he used the yellow core? This might be the card coming up now. Okay, so here's the yellow card. Onwards, 1, draw 1, and allies dash 1. Okay. The draw one's well, it'll scribe through that card, I suppose, and give him a whole brand new hand. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was the last card. The draw card was last. So he's going to start with a whole fresh draw deck to draw 5 cards from. So Bwaaaane won't know any of the cards. Oh, hang on, no, I got it. I didn't call it right. He has got 1 card. No. Right, just creating a draw deck. So it is exactly that. It's 5 fresh new cards. Bwaaaane won't know a single card that's in the hand. Okay, let's head over to Bwaaaane. And see what they can do. Now, GLOIN is still nice and close for the crush. 3 fresh cores to use. Oh, wow. What have I said there? Bon is the... Aha! Healing Rain. Oh. Move 3 and then discard cards from your hand. And the cards you discard heal 1 for each discarded card. So that's Arquette. Healing 1. I think that's all that Bwaaane's using the healing for. Did he even move? Did he even move? Lorelei? I don't think he did. Dugran's moving. Is that a red? Oh, what's going on? Oh, right. He's discarding. Sorry, he's still going with the Healing Rain. So he's discarding red to heal 1 off Dugran. How did Dugran move then? No idea. Dugran moves somehow. I think it was a move 1 and plan 1. I think. 1 card left. Yes, it would have been. And now he's using Arquette with the red core to move 1, attack for 1 damage, and push 2, is that? So that's going to do 2 more damage. That's 3 overall. Here comes Dugran's ability. Ah, nice. Nice play. Stops the 2 push. Only does 1 damage to Bwaaaane. And then blue finally... What? Was he just discarding this? Yes. I believe so. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Have a champion in each deployment area now is the next one coming up. 3 champions adjacent to the same statue is going to be disappearing at the end of this turn. Oops. We haven't got that at the moment anyway, so that's not going to happen. He has moved into the yellow creation zone, obviously, to stop the scoring of that, because that would have been worth 2 VP, a really strong one. We've got a lot of damage on this team, but still no one out yet. The glass cannon Bwaaaane. Can she do some shenanigans? No red core, though. That's pretty harsh. It's going to be hard to do much damage, so maybe trying to hit those objectives, trying to displace Dugran maybe again, and just keep that going. I mean, it's only going to be worth 1 VP on their next turn, but I don't know. Okay, it looks like... Okay, so GLOIN is activating. No, Kilgore's activating. Okay, so it's standard yellow action to move one, heal one. Leaving one blue core left. Might be worth taking his... Oh no, he doesn't want to do that. GLOIN's moving 2. And then healing what? Moving 1 and healing 1? Okay. Is that what happened? I think that's what happened. Yep. So, basically just moved GLOIN. And possibly what I think might have happened there is he just moved it twice anyway. But it was move 1 to plan 1, move 1 to heal 1. Now, that was just taken. Have a champion adjacent to each statue, which he still has. So he didn't manage to move Bwaaaane out of there. So that's 2 VPs to Bwaaaane. That's a big challenge scored there. Let's see what he does in his turn. He's got 3 fresh cores to use. Well, they've got 3 fresh cores. And that's a lot of health over here. That's a lot of damage over there. Although the healing helped. Bwaaaane is still only on 3. I mean, one of those traps... He's not going to be able to do that, I don't think, from over there. Mind. Okay, let's have a look at Blizzard. Move 2, attack for 2. If damage is dealt, 1 to each other character, which is really nice. Maybe not. He probably didn't want to go out the creation zone, maybe. Oh, okay, still going for it. Okay. So, yeah, moves out the creation zone, attacking GLOIN. There's no reaction. So that takes it down to 4 damage. And then... oh, right, cool. And then Kilgore's on 6. Bwaane's on 4 damage. They ain't got a lot of health left. But that is the red core used. Of course, if Arquette's got the play that we missed the first turn, he could potentially get that Blizzard back into his hand. And then plan it into the next turn. I think Nature's Wrath's a bit stronger than that, but Lorelei is a long way away. Okay, move 1, heal 1 with the yellow core. And then blue is going to be the Mighty Blow, which is going to be 1 damage, but push 2, which is enough to kill Bwaaaane. Oh, sorry, I've just realised I've not been doing any of the scores. So let's change that. So it's 3-0 over to Bwaaaane. And we've got that 3 victory points again, which is a hard ask to get back from. Okay, what's going to be the next challenge? Let's have a little look. Have 2 or more champions adjacent to Rygel's statue, which is the yellow zone. So, let's have a little look. Okay, it's possible. It's going to be interesting. 3-0 at the moment. Two more. Arquette is in a trap hex. He needs to be a little bit wary of that. No deployment zone. So at the present, yeah. Don't forget to take the damage off Bwaaaane. Awesome. So Bwaane's back to full health. By the way, Bwaane's has got leveled up Bwaaaane, which the biggest thing about leveled up Bwaaaane is the 7 health. That's huge. Okay, we got Ignite. Move 2, attack something for 2 damage, and then allies gain plus 2 damage for the rest of the turn. He attacked Arquette or Dugran? Hang on a minute. I was going to say, yeah, okay. I don't know who he attacked then. I think Dugran. I think Dugran to get the boon, effectively. So then he attacks for 4 on Dugran with Kilgore and heals 1. And takes the creation zone. Nice play. Stopping the 1 VP. Oh, and then... What? And then use the blue core to ignite for another... Oh no, use the blue core before. Okay. And then used Flame Spear? Maybe? To do the rest. Okay, cool. Again, I kind of missed that last play because I'm not sure which cores were used. How did Gawain move? Was that a... So use the blue to effectively do ignite. Then he used Fury, leaving them with a red. I think Flame Spear was next. Maybe. On Arquette? Maybe? No, maybe not. I don't know. Or no, I know what he did. He did a standard action of move 1 and just do 1 unblockable on Dugran. That's what happened. Okay, cool. Right, so a nice play. Getting 2 champions adjacent to yellow. Unfortunately, the control in the yellow area will be gone by the time of GLOIN's next turn. So he's probably looking at taking out, I would imagine, Gawain. That's the obvious target. Possibly with Arquette, but we'll see. Or to be honest, or Dugran. Kilgore is still on 3 health? 3, 4, 5. No, 2 health. So this could be brutal. 3 fresh cores. Dugran and Arquette in firing range. This could be a double takeout. It does depend on the reaction cards from GLOIN, of course. Which we... Whole Ground's gone. Arcane Shield's gone. So it is only Kilgore's reaction left as a possibility. Right. So, Death from Above from Arquette, which is swoop 3. And then, which is literally going to move 1. And then attack for 2 damage onto Gawain, which would take her out if she doesn't react. It does take her out. That's another VP, and that's now 4-0. Arquette is now leveled up, so basically you can, when you attack, you can discard any number of red cards to add +1 to each of those for each one discarded. Can he take out Kilgore for the win? We will soon find out. I would imagine Duggan's used a fair amount of cards, but I imagine he's got Nature's Wrath, and he's just spent the blue, so he can't put that into his hand. Lorelei's a long way away. Is there any way she can get close to do Nature's Wrath? Probably not. But yeah, Kilgore's definitely the target. Obviously, they've got it's the only target on the board. He could look to objectives, but I think he wants to finish this in this turn to take out. Yeah, I think he's going for Nature's Wrath. So move 3, discard 4, heal 1 for each one. Hang on. 2, 3. Okay, he's going for objective. That's fine. And I think he's going to move another character. Move 1, draw 1, and Duggan's allies might dash 1. So... Oh no, sorry. Sorry, that was to heal. That was discarded to heal, sorry. So he heals up Duggan 1. So he still has a red core. Can he pull off Nature's Wrath? I'm trying to remember the card. No. So he's going to move Arquette in with the red card, which I think he just used 1 to move 1. No, maybe not. Okay, moving 1. Is that literally just a standard action? Yep, that's just a standard action just to move 1. So now if we have a little look at the board, controlling the area is gone. 2 in trap hexes, each deployment area, 2 or more adjacent to Rygel's statue. So he's now forcing, and 2 champions leveled up. I think he might have that already. Yes, and he has that covered. Obviously, he won't score that this particular round, so he doesn't need to worry about that. But he does need to displace either Arquette or Dugran with Kilgore. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the Uber card for Kilgore. It seems. Is that gone out? Is it? No. Oh, never mind. Right. Chain Lightning. It's always a good one. 2 to 3, 3 damage, and 2 to another champion. So he's going to try Arquette. It happens. Does the 2 damage on Arquette because he's got 1 shield, but does 2 damage onto Dugran. Unblockable. So Dugran's down to 3 health remaining. Nice move. Chain Lightning is always good. It's Fireball. Ah, nice. The double. This is a classic GLOIN tactic. This is the ultimate damaging, which is the Chain Lightning and Fireball. So now he's going to Fireball onto Arquette. No reaction happening. Doesn't take out Dugran. He's on 1 health. But certainly starts to do some damage. He does need to do something about 2 champions adjacent. So he does need to take out, which I think is going to happen now. Yep, that does it. So he take nice play. So use a Kilgore to Morphrash, pushing Duggan onto the trap and killing him. And now Kilgore is leveled up. So now we have 4-1. Nice play. And I think that's it. So, yep. Can he get his 1 VP? It's Kilgore's still probably the target. Was that a stun? What's just happened? Literally, what's happened? Was that what? Eh? Bwaaaane is 4, right? Not GLOIN. Yes. Oh! Wow. So sorry. Yeah, that was a mistake. Sorry, GLOIN, and sorry, Bwaaaane. It's had the scores the wrong way round. Thank you, Andrew. I'm not sure. Did he suffer stun? Why is he showing his hand? Or was he saying what he had the chance to do? Okay. Hang on a minute. Trap hexes. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Why has Nature Wraths come out? Is that game? And he's not put it up. I'm not 100% sure. Oh. You want a VP. Did I miss something? Oh, it was... how do you get the VP? How do you get the 5? Is he saying he's using Nature's Wrath and taking out Kilgore? I'm a bit confused. What just happened there? Don't think he hit any of the objectives, right? Oh, okay. Well, Bwaaane's just got another VP from something. What did you get the VP for? Anyone on the chat? Now, Nature's Wrath's out. So is he saying he's using Nature's Wrath on Kilgore and he just showed his hand to show that he didn't have a reaction? I think that's what happened. He just not put Kilgore down or not done his core. So I think what's happened is Nature's Wrath's kicked off from Lorelei. He's saying he'll move 1, attack Kilgore. He didn't have any reaction for that, and it was a 5-1 win to Bwaaaane. So congratulations, Bwaaaane, for online French League. I'll just put good game in the chat. And that was pretty brutal. I think we're seeing how strong a player Bwaaaane is. Brutal. How fast he is at playing. I keep saying he. I'm making a big presumption that Bwaaaane is a he. But how fast they're playing, the teams that they've created from their selection seem really quite strong. But Bwaane's playing them exceptionally well. And we saw Dougram really being utilised really well there. But also Arquette. And then, of course, Nature's Wrath coming in. Nature's Wrath is so good. It's ignoring that defense is so massive. And unfortunately, GLOIN didn't have the reaction to do anything about it. So it was a foregone conclusion by that point. Awesome job. Right, I hope you enjoyed that best of 3. Some different plays going on. Objective runs. A lot of taking out characters in those 2 games. Taze, that's his speciality, sure. I think they forgot to put a trap down, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, very enjoyable game, and well played by both, especially Bwaaaane. It's quite clear he's a exceptionally good player, and GLOIN was unlucky at times, and certainly on the first game was very much on the back foot from the word go. Second game was much closer, but then Bwaaaane managed to pile on that objective. This is why the challenge track is so important. If you hit one of these that are in the 2 victory point tracks, it's massive. 2 out of 5 for the win. It's a huge thing. So fantastic. Okay. So that was a bit of online Super Fantasy Brawl. It's such a fun game. I mean, we're really lucky to have this on Tabletopia for free, that people could play it without the physical copy. Now, obviously, people are starting to get physical copies. We're seeing people talk about match reports, unanimously talking about how much they enjoy the game, and it really is a fun game. It's so easy to get into. The rules are relatively simple. The skill cap is high, as we've probably seen with that match just now. And with the characters, the amount of characters they've got now, just in this launch, is great, because there's so many different combos, so much replayability to try out, and different characters to play together, combos to try out and see if they hit. And then obviously when it comes to January, hopefully, we'll see the retail version and the 2 new characters. So it's King Alistar, and I forget who the other character was, if someone on the chat can remember. In fact, I know that Andrew has pre-ordered them, so he should know. But I just cannot wait for mine to come through. I mean, we've seen a lot of painting from the community on Facebook and on Discord, and some phenomenal jobs of what we've seen so far. And I just can't wait to get them myself and actually have a go at painting them up. I will live stream some painting sessions as well, and the unboxing, which there's been quite a few of now already, obviously, but I'll still do one. We'll do an unboxing live, we'll do some painting live, and hopefully we'll get some games in at some point as well. But thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking in with us, Andrew and Ash especially. Hope you enjoyed it. Super Fantasy Brawl on Tabletopia. Just have a go. It's completely free. You just need a Chrome browser. Well, I think you can do it on any browser or through Steam. Get Tabletopia and have a go yourself. Play with some friends. The rulebook's on there. It's very simple to play and to get into. See if you like it, and then if you do, get involved with the retail version. And hopefully when the organised plays kicks in again, when we start going back to game stores and all the rest of it, we'll see this start to build up a real good community, which it already has, and that's on an online remote Tabletopia version. So I'm pretty confident we'll see this game go from strength to strength. Okay, guys.